Oh, let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. What is the basic belief? I am born. I am born. And curiously, one forgets that it is a thought, that it is mind which speaks. One forgets telling, I am born, it's my experience, that he refers to himself as body and mind. And that basic belief concept brings a basic fear. I identify myself with a body-mind. So one day I will lose it. Fear of death. Because one gives an attribute to himself. Nobody is obliged to bind himself by an attribute. So in satsang, the ignorance is thrown away by knowledge. You are never born. You are birthless by nature. So to fear of what? Whose fear? Who fears? And then that knowledge is thrown off in order to realize yourself. Realize what knowledge speaks about. So, this is the subject of satsang. And it is not a course one can learn in 1 hour at home. It is an affair of a life affair. Because the mind is so inventive that it will always have enough great imagination to bring something which doesn't look like mind. So you have to hear it again and again. Whatever appears, whatever was not there before, is not who you are. It's part of this play on the ocean, like waves on the ocean. It's part of the natural manifestation of the self, which cannot do otherwise anyway. And also, what brings this swallowed concept, I am born, which creates that confusion, it creates a very natural, deep separation. And nobody knows why I always feel unsatisfied. You see, the mind will always bring something more to know, to experience, to learn. Why this unsatisfaction? It is due to the basic separation, so-called separation. So know who you really are, in the sense of not knowledge, of course, but realize that you always are. And all the rest is just not true by nature. It's even expressed when you have to unlearn the concepts one has carried so far. What did I say?
It's concept so far.
Yeah, it was about separation. Yeah, that basic concept, great separation. So, separation means it looks like there is something like who I am, and something who I am not, which is not true, and yet it has a life. So realize yourself first, and all those questions, all those appearances will be seen for what it is. Never, first of all, there was such a thing as separation. It's all due to the confusion, the basic confusion. That's the menu of today. You see, maybe it's very clear, but maybe it is because it's outrageous to hear this. Maybe you forgot because you hear it many times. But you see, there is a bad sign. If you feel, I heard it 100 times, it means you have put it in your memory. So try to hear it fresh. You don't need your mind, just open your heart and be struck by all, so far, all what I have been believing, all my references is part of that illusion, so-called illusion. And it is called illusion so that you at least don't confuse what appears for yourself. Otherwise, there is nothing, not such a thing as an illusion. Illusion is an illusion also. If I am unclear to you, if you are unclear to yourself, don't keep quiet. You know it. And if it is all a matter of reminding, in your own words, you can ask me to remind yourself. Or you just keep quiet. But don't keep quiet because of the circumstance of satsang, because then it is a state of mind which depends on some circumstances, and then you are quiet. Try to see that whatever you can know or experience is still the mind. Because the beauty of who you are, it's that who you are doesn't depend on anything. Is full in itself, is empty in itself, doesn't lack of anything, doesn't gain anything. And that is attractive. Because there, misery, pain, will be seen for what it is. Not that it may not be experienced in the body and the mind, but it will be seen for what it is. Where are you? Yeah.
In the camp, you're talking about fear of death, and I experienced this intense moment of some fear for something in the body, and some really strong moment, and then I was ungrasping, and I can leave it for a few seconds, and then it comes back, but it feels. I wasn't sure if it feels shallow in some way, because this thing is so strong and so grasping.
Then you have to be stronger not to grasp it. Because you have to realize that it's just a thought due to a fake identification. It's because you really believe that you are the body-mind, isn't it? Okay. So, of course, this self-knowledge that you acquire in satsang or through investigation has to be stronger than the other concept you swallowed so far. So decide, I want to be free, and that thirst, that you realize that there is no way out. You have to realize yourself, otherwise those waves will come back all the time. Even though you may have moments, as you say, of ungrasping. So, what is there when you don't grasp? Who are you? But then don't go back, don't give value to the thought you just left. You left it because it has no value. So when it appears again to you, why you give it a value? You must know it more. Your conviction may not be 100% that you are unborn. It's an indication, you see. An indication to try to root out that basic concept. The first step which separated yourself from who you are. What do you say?
I try.
But be sure that when this thought appears again, what is it after all? It's a thought only. Even if you feel it, sensations in the body, it's a thought.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, wonderful. Then don't worry if it appears. It's just a thought. And a thought comes, stays, goes. Why to fear? It will go. Mm-hmm. And you see, the fear feeds it. So it looks, it stays more. Oh, I get that fear for all day. Because you fix yourself to it. Otherwise it goes. Yes. Oh. Really, India? One has to spot what is the mind. That is the thing. Who are you when you sleep? Who are you when you sleep? Who are you when you sleep? Tell. Can you tell anything about yourself when you sleep?
I was listening.
Oh, I thought it was better to sleep. When nobody can say anything about who he is.
When you sleep, you know.
No, why you say so? You don't know?
I don't know because.
Yeah, you don't know? Why?
Like the
Why you
fish.
say?
You like the fish. It's like a fish.
A
If
fish?
you are in the water, we don't know that we are in the water. Then when we take the fish, he knows he's there.
You mean to say you are a fish in water,
Yeah.
asking, I am thirsty, I'm thirsty. Mm. So, something? You come with something?
No.
No?
It is a bit like what you were saying, like if it's still an image or an appearance. Because, like being here, the moment I'm here, like there's a clear distinction of what I'm not. And there's also a strong wish, like, why go there? There's no point of going back there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's clear. But it still changes, because while not being here and being in other environments, something still gets confused with what the mind is or not sometimes. And
But you see, when you are
Yeah.
confused, you know it's
then
the
It's
mind.
the mind, yeah.
Who cares then?
Yeah.
Are you the mind?
No.
So you are not the confusion.
No.
And here you have a clear mind. You are the clarity.
No, there's clarity that I'm not the mind. not having a clear mind.
Yeah, this is self-knowledge.
Yeah.
This is, you see, I would say, the second tone, which allows you to remove the tone which is in your flesh and it troubles you. Both are tones. But the second one helps to root out. So, I am not what appears. It's also a thought. Self-knowledge thought. But with the indication, it removes I am what I appear. And then you keep quiet. And both tones are thrown away. You will not keep them in your pocket. Again, you will be pinched. Good, Ananda? Yeah. Please.
I'd like to shake something with you. I don't feel
You speak a
fear.
little louder, please.
I don't feel fear.
Uh-huh.
No. No
Okay.
fear.
You are fearless.
No. And I don't think I have doubts. But something happened that I still feel some kind of anxiety or waiting for something.
Yeah, sure. What is this?
It's mine.
It's the mind, yes. The mind will always want more. Something else, something better, some happiness, some peace. The mind.
Yeah.
Because he's unable to see that you are peace and you are happiness. He cannot go there. The mind has not to be grasped, and then you realize you have peace and happiness.
Yeah. 2 days ago when I came, I felt a big worry about my daughter because he went with friends
To France, it's a beautiful country. Why should you fear? Okay.
Yeah, she tried to find some job.
No, but don't tell the whole story. Okay.
Kind of worry and my daughter. I know that I'm not my daughter, but still so
You are not your daughter, no, that's sure. Even in the world, I think nobody would say that you are your daughter.
and I'm not really worried, but I still feel it very strong.
But the mother, no, but listen. The role you take with your daughter is which one? The mom. You are the mom. You appear as a mom, as your daughter appears in this way. So the mom is worried. That happens quite often. Mother is worried.
Happens to you?
Oh, absolutely. It comes and goes. It depends what you see. What is a mother? Your body, your mind, your relation with something that you took for yourself is just an aspect of you, but you take it as fully yourself.
So it's normal.
It's normal in life to be worried for the daughter. Okay? Now, who are you? Who are you? If it quietens you that it's normal to worry, you still worry anyway because it's normal. You will not do anything with that. But what's your search? It's not to have worries, impossible. So you want to be happy also, you want also to be at peace. And that will not be as a mother. Well, sometimes, of course, but what the real satisfaction, the real contentment, the fulfillment of who you are, you see, is from where the role of the mother came from. If you confuse yourself for a role, you are miserable. You depend too much on others. That's why it is so important in the end to know that to realize yourself as finally to be the priority, because it is not with the mind, in the mind, that you can reach something everlasting, a state which will be permanently happy or peaceful, whatever is your great wish. Cannot be. The nature of the mind comes and goes, it's dual. So peace and unpeace and all that is called illusory pleasure, illusory peace, illusory worry, illusory misery. Now, realize who you are. And all that is included in you. But that makes the whole difference. Because then you know what's what. You cannot be lost. One is otherwise, if he takes himself as a role only, he will be lost in worries or lost in something presented by the mind. So remind yourself okay, it's there. There are reasons because it's there. I will not step in. I will not step in what appears, just to remind myself I'm not what appears. But you need strength. How do you get strength? By your stir to free yourself, or to be yourself, that you always are, but you forget. And by constant investigation, devotion to that, you see, it's a life affair, as I said. It's like you have a constant beloved. You want to always go in his arms.
This already feel.
But that beloved is yourself.
And this kind of waiting.
You wait for what?
Wait for realizing stuff. For feeling, for waiting.
Yeah, but the mind, he has no place here. Why do you listen to that thought? You never heard that you are ever, always yourself. It's because the mind tells you that you are not, that you believe so. When will you stop to trust the mind? When?
Now.
Okay. I take it seriously. And you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's wait and see. Very good. Yeah.
I would like to hear it again, but I'm not a dog.
You're God.
That I'm not this body, that I'm not this mind. I need to hear it again and again.
Yes, very easy trick. Whatever you can describe, you are not. So you can describe your body,
Yes.
you can describe your thoughts,
Yes.
even the one you gave just now, they are thoughts or not? So don't listen to that. What remains? You don't like it?
I love it much better.
Did you go anywhere for that?
No. Somehow
And-
it just stops.
And do you see that you go in thoughts when you trust them?
Yeah, it's very,
So- Don't go into any movement, at least for an instant. That is the reminder, you see, if you need still reminding, don't go into an instant, and then you are just relieved.
I do that on my walks.
Yeah, sure, whenever it's good. 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 And why do you believe that sometimes you are yourself and sometimes not?
Because I still believe in experiences.
You even now you still believe. You forget maybe, but
Yeah.
now you still believe, or you bring this from the past?
No, this is the past. Because I still,
And no, when you are reminded, will you believe in experiences?
no, then,
No.
no, I don't want them.
No, don't reject them.
Okay.
Don't reject them. You can't. As long as this body mind lives, it's only experiences, you know. Just don't allow yourself to go into the belief it is true, it is reality.
That's it.
That's the point. Then should you work on it? Let it appear, let it be there, let it disappear. You have not to reject anything. Why should you transform this manifestation which is the self itself?
Because
Yeah,
I don't like part of it.
because you are feeling still separated from yourself. Otherwise, dislike and dislike, you see, like and dislikes, still belongs to this body mind. But you will see, it's all in this manifestation. I am not that. It's my dream. Let it be like this. It is a beautiful manifestation of the self. Even if it looks bad, you see, it's because it's dual. It's perfect. It's perfect, imperfect. It's perfect. It's just appearances. Who am I? You always want to transform this life when you are separated from yourself. Otherwise, what is this life? Yourself. What to work on it, what inch to change. Nobody is there. To change what? You want to transform it because you are still somebody. So don't go there. Know yourself. Huh? Like that, I can remind you many times.
Please.
Yeah, but you have to remind yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh?
to-
I cannot do the work for you. I can throw the indication.
And I'm very grateful if you do throw the indication.
Yeah, but one day you will not ask me, I guess.
I hope so too.
It can be now. It can be now. Unless you still have some liking for this style of life. Maybe.
There's a doubt in me
A doubt.
about myself.
What? You want to listen to the doubt? How come? After all the speech?
There's a doubt in my capacity.
Don't listen!
Okay.
It's because we listen to a doubt, I'm not free, I'm not myself, that we search so long. And what happened? What is realization? The instant you don't care anymore about what the mind will tell. Garbage. It is false. The mind is fake by nature. It will only tell dual things. It cannot go there. It disappears in who you are. It reappears. It disappears. It can never tell news from who you are. Never. So don't care about a doubt. Okay, a doubt appeared. It's part of this. Doubts, convictions. Okay.
I do want to ask something now.
Please, please.
Just to check, because
Don't tell all that. Just ask them.
because like when talking like this, there was a voice like there was but there's still problems. And
Who has problems? Not just them. Who has problems?
someone that wants to solve them and
Someone.
wants them to
Someone will always have problems. Enlightenment, liberation, it doesn't happen to somebody. So you can be realizing who you really are, and that somebody which appears, which is still an aspect of you, can have problems. But they are in the dream. Then what? It has problems. After problems, it will have no problems. Happy, misery, this is the dream. This is what we call illusion. For the sake of teaching, you are not that. Otherwise, this also is not true.
But what I wanted to check is that when these situations come,
Which situation of problems? Okay.
that create some restlessness or a strong feeling or thoughts is not right or whatever. What's been happening is that then I see, but this is the mind, and I see it's just thoughts happening, and then it's just some feeling or person there, and then I see, okay, this is not me, and then peace comes.
But that's you then.
Me, like, which one? The person or the real me?
If it was never peace before, then it is somebody. The same one who had problem, after problem, you see those things go on changing. So there will be peace. Relief of problem means, finally I have a relief, I'm well, I'm happy. That also is there in this, you see. Happiness, sunset, beautiful, ecstatic, whatever. But it still happens to whom? How do you know you are peaceful and before you had problems? It's the same one, it happens to the same one. And that is never questioned. Who is this? Who is this one? This one you think you are is not question. And what you think you are, I am born, I'm this body, I'm this mind. This is the problem, if there is a problem, this is the problem.
So the one, because it's not that the problem goes, it's more like doing the inquiry and arriving to a place where I see I'm not touched
You have
by
not
it.
to arrive to a place.
So that's still, the one that is doing that to get out of it, it's still
Of course,
part
he
of
will
it.
land somewhere better, some deeper layer of your consciousness or whatever, some trick, some refuge. Of course, that's good. You know, finally, one with this inner work and inquiry gets some refuge. He has a relief in this life. It's very good. It's a progress in the life. It's a progress for the seeker, but it's not a progress regarding the realization of yourself.
Because I did have, my doubt was, oh, am I doing this just to avoid facing something? But that's also a thought. So I didn't know which one.
Everything you utter is thoughts. Huh? And who is uttering thoughts? Somebody. No way out, except that you can ask. That's a unique tool in the mind. Self-knowledge. Who am I? It's a thought. But it is a wise thought. The thought which doesn't indicate to anything. A thought which makes disappear the subject. Who am I? And don't land on the way. It's a direction. Don't land anywhere. And don't bring the thought I'm floating forever. Rather. Don't bring them up. This is if you have the thirst to realize yourself. If you want to have a better life, to solve your life, do as you do or as somebody else. I have absolutely no clue about that. So you have to really be sure of what you want. And if you're confused, I can clarify that they are not the same search. And I am not, not fit. I don't take the role of the one who indicates about the life. I am happy only when I can indicate about who you are, but that you have to do yourself, listening to the direction. Okay, so whatever is there for you. But it is true that when one searches something else, you see, he grasps many concepts. So he thinks, of course it's liberation, but then in fact it means to be more happy in life or this and that. There are many, many offerings in the mind. So searching, going on searching, changes often the target of the search. Many, many concepts of the search are dropping. So it goes on changing till it may come to, after all, I've tried a lot and I'm never really satisfied. So now I want to realize who I am.
have a thought. Since you said don't land anywhere, and there's a thought coming, I'm nowhere.
Don't catch it. It's a landing. Don't catch it. It's the opposite. It's still a comparison, you see. You were landing somewhere. Now you allow yourself not to land anywhere. And then, since it is still the mind, it will present you. You are nowhere. Don't catch it. It's a thought. Don't land there also. Otherwise, you see, you will be nowhere. For a while, you will feel yourself great, and then again, you will go somewhere. You cannot trust the states of the mind.
But when I say I'm aware, I have a sadness, and it was like a despair, or it's not real.
Because you are detached from attachments. But anyway, all is the mind. If you are happy in somewhere, if you want to remain happy there, don't do that. Generally, it's because somebody is not so happy to remain somewhere. Then he goes with some indication, but he goes half indication, because then he lands in nowhere. Then he's very happy. Then now, since you are not happy, you want to go somewhere again, or from where all this mind comes?
From all this mind come from, I want to
You are it now. It's this never comes and goes.
But this I blank.
Yeah,
When I
but
listen to you, I'm a
don't.
blank.
Yeah, okay, very good. Blank means you don't grasp anything. Don't be impressed by the experience blankness now. The mind will speak for a while. Huh? It will tell you great wisdom. Don't listen. Be free. Finally be free from the tyranny of the mind.
The whole night I was asking the question, who am I? In
Yeah.
a dream. It was an obsession this night.
And where did you land?
In despair. In the morning.
Because it didn't work.
Yeah. It was
And how do you know you are not yourself? Which idea you have, if you ask the question, finally you will be enlightened. Present me this enlightenment, please.
the laughing Buddha. I shouldn't say anything.
Zorba le Buddha, yes. Remove all images, please. What you are not now is not who you are. And it will never be presented. It will never be objectified. Keep quiet. Keep quiet.
Yeah, it's only the desire to have an object. Huh?
The mind cannot live without an object. He knows it. He's very cunning, he knows it. But don't be fooled by it. He will try, he will present you many things, even things that you always cherish to live, experience. For an instant, don't go there. Just an instant, you see. You don't need, it's not in time, so just an instant of total cut-off. I will tell you a little story. I was with Master. I got some experience which I didn't demystify it as an experience. It was looking real to me. And after a while I tell my Master, oh, no, I understand, I see why the look of Ramana is like this. He said, don't bring Ramana here! Bas?